Alright, take a breath with me for a moment. If it feels like you are a magnet for narcissists, liars, and emotionally unavailable people, if every time you open your heart, you somehow end up hurt, drained, or discarded, this is not an accident. This is not because you're stupid or naive. And it is definitely not because you're unlovable. There is a spiritual and astrological pattern running through your life and your relationships, and in this video, we are going to bring that pattern out of the shadows and into the light so you can finally break it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you'll understand why certain zodiac energies, especially water signs, Venus-ruled signs, and those with intense moon and 7th or 8th house placements, keep attracting narcissists and toxic partners. What your soul is really trying to learn through these painful connections, and the exact spiritual steps you can take to stop calling this energy into your life. In a few minutes, I'll also share the one energetic sentence that instantly changes who you attract, no matter what your sign is. So keep listening. Before we go deeper, I want you to anchor something in. If you've ever felt like you give everything and still end up feeling empty, type in the comments right now, "I choose better." That simple declaration starts to shift your vibration while you're watching, and your future self will thank you for it. You might not realize this, but people who find this kind of video at this exact moment almost always share a very particular energy signature in their chart. You are the healer. You are the giver. You are the one who feels things more deeply than most people around you. If you're a water sign, especially Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or if you have a strong moon or Neptune influence, you feel emotions like they're happening in your own body. You notice the little changes in someone's tone. You sense when something is off in a room before anyone has said a word. When someone you care about is in pain, you can almost feel it in your own chest. You're the person other people trauma dump on. You're the one they feel safe telling everything to, even when no one ever asks how you are. On the surface, that sounds like a beautiful gift, and it is. But that same gift, when it isn't protected, becomes a beacon for narcissists and toxic partners. There is a part of your energy, often shown by your moon, Venus, or 7th house placements, that quietly whispers, "I will fix you. I will understand you. I will stay, even if it hurts me." And the kinds of people we're talking about can sense that. You have probably noticed that you rarely attract gentle, balanced people who simply meet you halfway. Instead, you attract the intense ones, the complicated ones, the ones with big stories, big wounds, and big promises. You've told yourself more than once, this time it will be different. Even when a small voice inside you already knows how it ends. That's not bad luck. That's your aura, and often your birth chart, broadcasting an invitation. I want to name 3 common energetic roles that show up again and again in the charts of people who attract toxic partners. See which one feels most familiar to you. The first is the rescuer. If you're Pisces, Cancer, or have strong 12th house, moon, or Neptune energy, you meet someone who is misunderstood, wounded, perhaps even a little chaotic. Most people would run, but you feel called to stay. You see their inner child. You see who they could be. You tell yourself, if I just love them enough, they'll heal. You ignore what they do because you're in love with their potential. The second is the prover. If you're Libra, Taurus, or strongly Venus-ruled, or you have heavy 7th house energy, you are constantly trying to prove that you are worthy of being chosen. You overgive, you over-explain, you over-accept. Deep down, you hope that if you just show them how loyal, patient, and loving you are, they will finally see your value. You find yourself defending them to friends, even when you secretly agree with your friends. The third is the empty one. This often shows up with moon wounds, fourth house issues, or an intense eighth house. You feel a space inside of you, a loneliness, a longing, a sense of not being fully seen. When a toxic partner appears, at first they seem to fill that space completely. The attention, the messages, the intensity, it's like a drug. You feel full for a while. Most of you will recognize at least one of these roles. Many will recognize all three. And there's a reason for that. Your soul has been trying, again and again, to teach you something through these patterns. From a spiritual perspective, and from an astrological one, very few of your relationships are random. Before you incarnated in this lifetime, your soul agreed to meet certain people at certain times to activate specific lessons. These are your karmic contracts, and they often show up in synastry through hard aspects to your moon, Venus, Saturn, or Pluto. Narcissistic and toxic partners are almost never about happily ever after. They are about awakening. Your soul knew there were certain lessons you needed in this lifetime: the lesson of self-worth, the lesson of boundaries, the lesson of choosing yourself even when you're afraid to be alone. The fastest way to awaken those lessons is to put you in front of someone who has no intention of honoring them. On a soul level, you and this person agreed, I will show you what it looks like when you abandon yourself, so that one day you finally refuse to do it again. This is why, when you first meet a narcissist or a truly toxic partner, it can feel like fate. Like some wild combination of your sun, moon, and Venus lining up perfectly. They mirror your wounds. They mirror your fantasies. They mirror your childhood experiences in ways you can't quite explain. They say the words you've always needed to hear. They present themselves as your twin flame, your one true soulmate, your once-in-a-lifetime love, in a moment. I'll give you a simple 3-step ritual to start breaking this attraction pattern for good. But first, you need to recognize the spiritual red flags. Red flag number 1, instant intensity. They lock onto you very quickly. Within days or weeks, they are declaring you different, the only one who truly understands them, the answer they've been looking for. Real love grows. It doesn't need to explode on day 1. Red flag number 2, mirroring instead of authenticity. You find that they like all the things you like. They have similar stories. They've been through the same pain. It feels like you've met your mirror. But what you've really met is a performer. Red flag number 3, your intuition gets quieter, not louder. At the very beginning, there is a tiny whisper in your body. Something is off. This is too fast. This feels strange. But their attention is so intoxicating that you push that voice away. Over time, you stop.